YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Sergi J in 4K. It's been a while since I've been back. I know I've done a few videos and you guys have definitely responded well to those with a lot of views. So I appreciate that and I do thank you. Today, continuing with controllers, a little bit different, something a little different than the Scuff that I have here, the Scuff Reflex Pro FPS. If you haven't seen that video, go ahead and check that out. But today, with it being Warzone 2 release day, I know a lot of people are looking at these Scuff controllers and other pro controllers, pro as you want to quote unquote call them. But today I wanted to quickly go over why I went ahead and I canceled my pre-order of the Sony DualSense Edge controller. Let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's go. All right. So I had that controller pre-ordered. Pre-orders didn't go live right away when the controller was announced. The controller was announced probably about 2-3 months ago now. I'm shooting this in November. But pre-orders went live a few weeks back, I want to say. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. But I went ahead and I placed my order a few weeks back on this. And I think the only way you can pre-order them is through PlayStation's website directly, through PlayStation Direct or whatever they call it. But they haven't really had too much information. They've had like still images that went live. I know on Twitter, the YouTube video that they put together. But the one thing that I wasn't sure of, and I can tell you, it's a nice looking controller, definitely good looking. If you haven't seen it, it basically looks like a stock PlayStation 5 controller, but there's a few slight differences like the D-pad or whatever, not D-pad, excuse me, but the trackpad or whatever the hell you call that. That is black, whereas on the regular PS5 controller, it's white. So that's one of the main differences. It looks like a nice controller. Looking at some pictures now, so if you see me looking this way, that's what I'm looking at. But it looks like it has a little more gloss to it on the inside portion here. The inside where this is white here on the bottom. It looks like that's a little glossier. You do get a carrying case with it, which is nice. That I guess you can compare that to the Xbox Elite controller. So that part's cool. You do, in this case, get the swappable joysticks. That part's nice, but I mean, to me, the one big no-no, I guess you can say, and pretty much what made me not even go through with the purchase and cancel it before release date, is that if you look at the back of it, and they don't really show you too many images. If you want to see images, go to Sony's website. They have them there. But the downside is it only has 2 paddles. So just imagine this controller, but with 2 paddles. That I don't know. That to me, that's just basically makes it not really something that I want to use to play. Again, I normally play FPS games, Warzone, Call of Duty, any shooter like that is what I normally tend to play. And the fact that it only has the 2 paddles on the back as opposed to 4 paddles, that's a no-go in my book. I know there's a lot of people, maybe a lot of you guys as well, who play with just 2 paddles. That's good. I mean, if you play with 2 paddles, definitely, I mean, check this controller out. It seems like it may be decent. But again, I use all 4 paddles on mine. I have them configured that way. As soon as I saw and I figured out that this had just 2 paddles as opposed to 4, I had to cancel it. Now, it doesn't come out till January, was it 26th of 2023? So, what, like 2 months from now, basically? So, I mean, I may change my mind by then, depending on what you guys think. And if you guys let me know in the comment section as well that you want to see a comparison between the Scuff and this controller, let me know. I'll do one for you guys and then probably do a giveaway as well. But ultimately, that to me is a no-go. That's the biggest part. Number 2, I can tell you, and I mean, this is just really petty. The first one to me is a big one, but the second one, kind of petty, is the fact that you only get it in one standard colorway. I mean, white is, it's nice, but I mean, with Scuff, Battle Beaver, AIM, whatever other controller companies are out there, you have the ability to make a controller customized fully to where you have the ability to change all the colors to it. That part is dope to me, in my opinion. Because, I mean, a standard white controller is nice. I still think Sony should have gone black. That's just my opinion. But if they later down the line release different colors that you can do to this DualSense Edge, then, I mean, it may look, a little better. But ultimately, the white gets dirty really quickly. I don't know if this has grip on it. I mean, again, nobody's done hands-on. Sony hasn't done any hands-on with it. Not even the big YouTubers, unless if I missed a video. But none of the big reviewers that I've seen have done a hands-on with this. And that, I don't know. I mean, again, Sony, if you're watching, if you want me to, do a review on your controller, go ahead and send it out. I'll be more than happy to test it out for you and let the people know and let the people decide for themselves. But as far as for me right now, I did have to cancel my pre-order based on those 2 facts. Again, mainly number one, the fact that it doesn't have the 4 back paddles, it only has 2. And then obviously the colorway being just white. That's kind of boring. I don't really like that. That's just my personal opinion. Pricing wise, it is pretty good price compared to the scuffs. These controllers, again, if you haven't seen my last video, I'll quickly summarize it for you. These, I want to say, go right now through Scuff's website, sell for, I want to say, like $270. They may get more expensive now that you can fully customize them a little bit more. When I got this, it was just standard colors that you can order. Nothing else outside of that. I do have the blue one here also. This one is tried and true. I use this a lot. The grip is actually starting to finally, not fully 100%, but it is finally starting to wipe off to where it's not as sticky anymore. But I still have not had any issues with those. But again, the scuff is very nice. Again, that's my personal opinion. I haven't used Battle Beaver. I haven't used AIM controllers. But comparing these two to that one, it just seems like the scuff is the go-to. But I mean, again, pricing, if you're really concerned about pricing, it seems like the DualSense Edge is good price, $200. You get the charging, obviously the case that comes with it. You get the different paddles. I want to say different paddles. You get the braided cord to charge it. And then, of course, you get the different joysticks also. Again, once we see an actual hands-on from somebody, then we'll have more information. But as of now, based off what I'm seeing, again, it's a skip in my book. I did quickly just want to touch down, give you guys an update on that. Because, again, I know today being Warzone release day, Warzone 2 release day, a lot of you guys are going to be looking at these Pro controllers and seeing what option to go with. My suggestion, and again, as I've said before, my suggestion has got to be the Scuff. I'm not sponsored by Scuff. I just buy these controllers. I like them. So take that how you want. They didn't sponsor this video. They didn't pay me to say this. This is just me being honest. But again, guys, just a quick update on that. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you want me to do a comparison when this does come out in January of next year, let me know. I will do one for you guys. Until then, guys, been your boy Sergi J, and I'm checking out. Have a good one.